A lot of volatility in the market. That means a lot of opportunity in the market, and a lot of people thinking, okay, is now the time to buy? We're going to give you a few ideas, guys, on a few individual names that could be setting up, and it's about time to maybe get involved again.
Absolutely. Look, obviously, we're speaking today when there's a monster rally after the events in the Ukraine, and we're getting a big bounce back. Overall, we're still dealing with inflation. You're still dealing with the Fed, and we're still watching out for what happens with regards to how many rate hikes they do in the balance sheet and all of that good stuff. But let's identify a few names that are at least getting to some areas where you might make a bit of a bounce. And I want to see what's really strong today and why. One name we're going to talk about here, and I like that chip sector because pretty much across the board, all the chips had great earnings. We understand that if you're going to pick something that's going to be at the forefront of the economy, the world economy in the next 5 to 10 years or going even further than that, okay, we understand the chip space is going to be at that forefront, and we like some of these names. Now, AMD in particular is at a double bottom off of 100. That's a nice round psychological number. The other thing to look at is, their 4P, still expensive, right? But it got down to that 30 range. Now, I'd love it if it got back under 30, but beggars can't be choosers all the time. But that's getting to that point where, okay, well, that's where it gets a little more comfortable for people. The other thing you have, and this just broke today again, is above that 200 period. So double bottom at that 100, trying to get back above that 200 period moving average, which reclaiming it would be a great sign. Even if it does not, you still have the cover of that 100 level, which has been very good support here for AMD. And if it were to break that, once it gets below that 30 PE, which is what would happen below 100, the forward PE anyways, it's going to become a good buy. So you add that all up, you know that this is going to be a strong part of the global economy in the next 5 to 10 years, and a name that you're going to want to be in. You have some support forming. You also have it breaking back above a major average. I like all of those signs here for an AMD.
All right, my pick, I love AMD. I probably would have taken it if you didn't, but I'm not going to go with NVIDIA or anything like that, but I definitely like the chip sector. How about this name, man? Let's go over to Airbnb. Airbnb had a monster quarter, and they not only that, but they're also stated that they have more bookings now than they did even pre-pandemic. So I feel like Airbnb here coming back into this one, like Neil said, today you're up 4 or 5%. But, down into here, we've already seen it bounce off a couple times, 135, 140. I just think with with the reopening of travel, people being a little more confident in traveling, we have to get past the war right now or whatever's happening in Russia and Ukraine. Once that's through, I really think Airbnb will work to the upside. They don't make money. Well, we'll see, but they're no PE yet. 73 is their current PE, so it's not a great name here as far as value stock, but I just like the chance for this stock to get back to highs. It's not too far away. We were just there at 194 a week ago. It's gotten hit the last couple days as the Nasdaq's gotten hit, and then today, a nice little move back up. So for me, I like Airbnb. I think if you're going to take a swing on something that you're not going to really regret, I don't think this goes down too much lower. These bottoms here of 135 were very close. It's bounced off a couple times. So I don't really see catalysts to the downside here for Airbnb. Of course, unless there's another round of COVID or something and people do get a little scared to return back to vacationing. But for me, I like Airbnb, a new name to the market and one that can run.
And travel would be nice at this point in time. I think anyone would agree on that. I'm going to go to the retail group, guys, and I'm going to talk a little bit about one that has come in nearly 30%, and that is Home Depot. Ooh. Back at a huge level right now. HD all the way back here to 300, almost on the number this morning. And that does nothing but just go straight back to the upside. Got killed on earnings, if you remember, going back a week ago or so. But you can see 28, it's tough to see, but you can see 28% from top to where we were at the open this morning. So a huge pull in for Home Depot. Yes, interest rates are going up. Yes, the cost of borrowing is going to go up. That doesn't mean that people are not going to be working on their homes constantly. So there we go. A few ideas for stocks that might be setting up at this point in time with the market continuing to sell off.